again， 初级高点延伸的地平，我的城旁关着武警，不思议吹风即将来袭。寂寞苦我在，直到你前来，无名的花在明媚的午夜下，向远方出发 ，And we gonna take over the moon。5, 4, 3, 2, 1。当今天都记在下，不知名的味道，你来到天选之场，风铃不挂，人们歌颂神话，或许才。I can hear you calling, loving the way you wanna talk. Touch me, tease me, fill me up, calling. Something in the way you wanna talk. Touch me, tease me, fill me up. Touch me, tease me, fill me up. You're talking to me. Ooh, tell me, babe, tell me how you like it, babe. I don't even know your name. I love the way you're talking to me.